Hey everybody, Rose Matter here. Welcome to my reaction and discussion for episode 13 of Delicious in Dungeon. Last episode was amazing. So, of course, the cliffhanger from the previous episode, after they defeated the Red Dragon was, can Falin be saved because she was clearly digested by the dragon and all hope seemed lost. The crew were discussing whether they should go and get someone to basically revive her or bring Falin's bones to the resurrection office, but Marcel said that you don't want the body to be too far from the soul because then they can lose their link. And then it was revealed that Marcel actually knows blood magic or dark magic, which is very controversial. It's very looked down upon. And yeah, so thankfully Marcel, because she knew that she was able to bring Falin back and it was all wholesome and wonderful, and this character that seems so lovable that we only saw in either flashbacks or in like the first 2 minutes of the first episode, she's back now and she's with everybody and it was great. They had a delicious meal and the episode ended with a mysterious character looked like a dark elf who saw the summoning circle that Marcel left behind. So they seem to be, a potential antagonist. I'm not too sure, but it left like they accomplished their goal. They got Falin back. Now they're discussing about going back to the surface because they are basically like out of supplies and stuff. But I feel like it's not going to be that easy, and this new character might cause a little bit of a roadblock. So anyway, I'm very excited to see what this episode has in store for us, so let's go ahead and watch it, and I will give you my thoughts afterwards. All right, first shot is food. Oh man, it looks so good. I was saying, like, I think the meal in the last episode was like the best looking one of all of them so far. And also, the Marcel and Falin, like, I don't want to, like, read too much into it, but I ship it. Like, they are adorable. Whether as friends or as maybe a potential as more, I think they're cute. Okay. So yeah, something was up with Falin the last episode. Like, she's been revived, but maybe there's something, maybe she's more connected to the other side because she was dead, Okay, yes, we're this character. I assigned you the task of searching for His Majesty. Whoa, what? Okay. What? Was that like Kensuke? Did the sword somehow give him that what's the word? Like that Okay, so Falin's back, but there's something off about her. What was all that about? They just got her, and then she's just like, peace out, bye. Does she normally do that? I don't imagine she tends to just wander off. Yeah, what's this about? Maybe it's not Falin herself. That was that whole thing about, like, I told you to do this thing. Maybe she's been taken over by something. Lord Delgal, I have to look for him. It's like she's been possessed. Okay, King Delga, that's the guy that was in the yes, that look. Yes, okay, I was right. So this character, they in the painting. Okay, see, I remember things sometimes. I have either an amazing memory about random stuff or a terrible memory and I don't remember what happened the last episode. The Lord of the Dungeon. The lunatic magician. Oh, okay. Hey, you. Yeah, Marcel, that's right. Like, step away from my girlfriend. So like I said, I don't think that this elf, oh shit, is gonna just let them walk out of the dungeon. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if they were a guy or a girl, to be honest. So I was just like, I'm just gonna say they because I don't know. But yes, obviously they dabble in blood magic too. So they said you thief. Like, what did Leos actually take other than some food from like when he went into the painting? Damn, things are getting dark quickly. See, when you have an episode like the last one, it was just like it was pretty much for the most part them celebrating their defeat of the dragon. It was all good times. Everybody was back together. It was like, yeah, it's that piece is not going to last long. Damn, I'm really glad Marcel's able to really have her moment where she can show how competent she is. Oh goddamn, okay. Okay. It's going back to its original form, I guess. What? I like this. Like, we need a little bit of a moment of levity with all of this. Oh, okay. Yep. Instead of going back to the surface, they've gone further into the dungeon. And yeah, what is this deal with Falin? Like, what? Oh, wait, what? What? Calling her a dragon? What? Okay. Talking to the actual. Oh no, so the dragon's taking. What? Taking over Fallon's body? What is happening? I'm so confused right now. Huh, okay. For the most part, this has been pretty easy to follow. It's been a pretty, like, straightforward. We're going down, we're rescuing Fallon, we're gonna kill the dragon. Each episode, like, they're going down a different level. And now it's just getting real weird. So, Laos is not with them, is he? Like, where's he at? Oh no! Oh, I like her last thought is about Fallon and like getting to see her again. And also, yes, finding out the mystery of the dungeon, but oh, there he is. I was wondering where he was at. Oh no, you're too big, Senshi. Maybe you should have been eating all that food. Oh no, and unfortunately, The two people who might actually be able to help them with this are just knocked out. Oh shit, haven't seen those guys in a while. Oh man, just going from bad to worse. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, are these guys related at all to the, That's right, because they said that they were going to take care of the dragon, right? Because I was like, are these guys related to the one that they met before? Definitely. Are they gonna have? Okay, they're gonna have a thing or concoction. There's gonna be like a presentation of food, not quite as good. Oh, not quite as good as the stuff that she makes. It's something to like wake them up, I guess, revive them. Marcel's like, I'm awake, I'm fine, I'm fine. Didn't I say it too in that episode? I was like, this seems like a weird one off thing of just Leos going in these paintings and then it just, that was it, and they just move on. I was like, there's got to be more to it than that, especially with that elf character. I'm glad that he came back. So basically, he sent them to be the one to kill the red dragon. So it's like, I didn't do it, so it wasn't my, it's not my fault. So therefore, the magician can't be mad at me. Aw, Senshi, what a good guy. It's pretty bad though that Senshi is like has known this group for less time than Chillchuck, and yet he's the one who's willing to stay behind. But I get it, you know, Chillchuck has different priorities. He does seem a little bit of a fair weather kind of character where he's ready to like peace out when things get really bad. But he did say himself, he's just like, I kind of see this more as like this is a business thing. Like I like you guys, but I see this as a job. I guess that was the thing, is like because that is the that was one of the magician's probably most prized monsters. So they're like, all right, we'll revive you through Falin. I guess? I guess that's the thing about she's talking about like it's all about the power of friendship and teamwork. You can't do these things on your own. He's like, they were the smart ones. Ah, literally said that. So you can tell he's definitely having second thoughts about it, about staying with them, because he just keeps getting himself in danger. I like that they're like exploring Chilchuck and his thought process and how he's kind of having second thoughts about being with them because they keep just getting him into danger. But he likes them, obviously. He stays with them for a reason. See, like he's smiling. See, like that's the thing. He thinks that he's calling them stupid and foolish, but it's because deep down he worries about them. They're putting themselves in danger and he doesn't want them to do that. He wants them to like not die. I don't know. He's talking big, but I don't think. And maybe he's jealous of them too, where it's like he knows he's a coward, but they're like they're foolish, but they're brave. Oh, yeah. It's there for a reason, right? Probably to warn him about something, about danger. Yeah, when he just pieced out during the dragon fight. Yeah, aw. That's sweet. So he's saying, like, I'm not giving up, but we need to, like, regroup. He's, like, this is the most vulnerable he's ever been. Because he never really shows his emotions around them. Oh shit, maybe they will have to go to the surface. Damn it, we just got Falin back and they gotta leave her behind again. Wow. Oh. Ugh, just the way his eyes are just like, it's like he's trying to stop from crying. Oh. So I guess they're going to the surface after all. Oh, he's so sweet. Also, Marcel's still out. You guys, so we're gonna check up on her. All right, so that's the episode. That is not the way I was expecting things to go at all. God damn, though, that was crazy. So yeah, we've got the. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that they had the callback that whole thing with the paintings. I thought that was just such a weird one-off little story. But this show does that a lot. Like they just do these little things where it's like, they have their main thing that they're going to do, but they take these little kind of side quests as well in a way. But I thought like that one was it was just so weird. I was like, what? They're making a big deal about this king and about this elf character, just tracking down Leos, and I'm glad that it came back. It paid off. And yeah, that whole stuff with Falin being possessed, and then I guess like the spirit of the dragon going into her in a way that was just wild. And I'm just like, it's so sad that we had this build up for 12 episodes to get her back, and then she's with them for one night and then she's gone again. But now we know who the magician is, we know who's controlling the dungeon. So that, I mean, considering that this is only the first season and we're only basically halfway through this season, that of course there had to be something to happen. Just it's just sad that Felon, she keeps being kind of like the end goal here, about like we have to keep getting her. It's like she's the princess that keeps getting kidnapped, and they just have to keep going and getting her back. But now it's about more than that. Now it truly is. Before, they seemed like the whole magician thing, it was like, oh, someone should stop this magician, but it didn't seem like it was really their problem. Their problem was to save Falin. But now that she is interconnected with the magician now and this elf character, now it's a little bit more complicated. So now they are going to have to stop the magician in a way, because I doubt he's going to just hand Falin back to them. So I was surprised with their decision. Like I was like, there's no way that they're going to be going to the surface of the dungeon now, and especially when they got knocked down a further level. And I was like, well, they're stuck down here now. But that was like a very nice moment with Chillchuck. He does kind of feel like the forgotten character a little bit between the group. He kind of fades in the background a bit, and I think that's the purpose of him. He is basically, he's their rogue, he's their thief. He's meant to kind of not, he's literally small. He's not meant to be as in your face of a character. He's kind of in the background, but it was nice for him to have his moment where he could express his feelings, and he was trying to be all jaded and aloof and be like, oh, these guys are idiots and everything. But it was from a place of concern, and he does consider them friends, and he calls them idiots because he doesn't want them to die, and he does care about Falin. But I think he's right in the way that they're going now. It's like an RPG, or it is like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. If you just keep progressing, going further and further down the dungeon, and you're running out of supplies, and in Marcel's case, she's run out of magic, her staff once again has been broken. They're not in a good place, and they're going up against a very powerful force. So they got one shot at this, and they need to be on their A game. Like, they need to be rested, they need to be supplied, they need to be fully, basically healed up and ready to go. So they do have the orcs are willing to fight with them, so that's a big thing. So they're gathering their allies, and I imagine maybe throughout, this is what this half, the second half, is going to be about, is them gathering up the allies that they made along the way, learning the lessons that they learned throughout their trip down the dungeon, and using that knowledge and learning about the monsters and learning about the dungeon itself to their advantage to be able to take on the magician. I'm wondering if they're going to run into, oh, I keep forgetting her name, the dwarf, Namara, or I think that was her name, the one that was in their party. And then there's the samurai guy, who I'm going to guess he's going to show up at some point, because they did mention that he's looking for Falin as well. So maybe when they go on the surface, maybe they're going to run into him and be like, we know where she is, we know how to save her, and maybe he'll join them. That'd be awesome. Maybe the crew will get back together again. But yes, it looks like for now it's going to be kind of like they got to reset. They have to like regroup and figure out what the plan is. So it remains to be seen. Now I'm hoping that we're going to have a moment where we're going to see Falin at least throughout and see like what's going on with her. I'm so intrigued by that. Was she possessed? I'm assuming so. Was this deep within her the whole time? Did something happen to her when she was in the dragon? What's all that about? I'm guessing we're not going to find that out for a little bit, but that was a very intriguing episode. The last episode was too wholesome, so we had to have something pretty big happen, and that was pretty big. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned next week for my reaction to episode 14. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, Icognito, Kevlar, Sean, Waz RD1, iZuzu, and Ronnie RKX.